Donald Trump is still hung up on Colin Kaepernick and the NFL. During his State of the Union, the president suggested real Americans stand for the national anthem. Serious, Donald Trump? Let it go. The 71-year-old President of the United States was giving his first ever State of the Union address on January 30 when he just had to insult Colin Kaepernick, 30, and the NFL's players' protests of systemic racism by kneeling during the national anthem. While speaking about Preston Sharp, a 12-year-old who placed 40,000 flags of veterans, Trump said that Preston's reverence for those who have served our nation reminds us why we salute our flag, why we put our hands on our hearts for the Pledge of Allegiance, and why we proudly stand for the national anthem. When Colin began practicing his nonviolent protest, which is protected under the First Amendment, the orange Donald Trump saw red. When more NFL players followed Colin's example, Donald went off on a tirade. Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, "Get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired," he said during a 2017 campaign rally for the failed Republican primary campaign of Luther Strange, per The Guardian. Trump backing Strange wasn't his only failure, as his attempt to bully the NFL resulted in widespread protests. At this point, perhaps the President of the United States should focus on doing his job. Even before he uttered a single word in front of Congress, Trump's State of the Union speech was already raising some eyebrows. The White House released excerpts of Trump's speech ahead of the SOTU, revealing he was going to proclaim a new American moment. There just happens to be two wrong things with this. First off, The New American is a print magazine run by American Opinion Publishing Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of the John Birch Society, a radical, far-right organization. So, Trump's vision of an inclusive country shares the name with a publication owned by a group that opposed the Civil Rights Act of 1964. If that wasn't bad enough, Trump basically pulled a Melania Trump, 47, by plagiarizing someone else. In fact, Trump's biggest rival, Hillary Clinton, 70. Hillary used the term New American Movement in a 2010 speech when she was Secretary of State, according to Daily Beast. Hillary's New American Moment was a moment when our global leadership is essential, even if we must often lead in new ways, she said back then. So, while it's probably intentional that Trump branded his new initiative the same name as a far-right, slightly racist society, it's pretty embarrassing that he basically ripped off the woman who got more than 3 million votes than him in the 2016 general election. Yeah. This is not normal. This is Trump's New American Movement. What do you think about Trump's dig on the NFL?